I'm writing this from my apartment at 2 a.m., 3 days after my entire relationship revealed itself to be a joke. Literally, a joke. A bet. Entertainment for a group of girls who apparently had nothing better to do than play with someone's feelings for their own amusement. I'm 24 years old, and I just learned that the past 9 months of my life, 9 months of what I thought was genuine love and connection, started as a dare. And the worst part? I found out in the most humiliating way possible. My name is Alex. I work as a junior graphic designer at a small agency. I'm into photography and hiking, and until 3 days ago, I had a girlfriend named Madison who I thought was the love of my life. We met at a friend's Halloween party last year. I'd gone dressed as a half-assed vampire, basically just pale makeup and fake fangs because I'd forgotten about the party until the last minute. She was there as a witch, but like a really elaborate costume with the hat and everything. We ended up talking by the drinks table for most of the night. She was funny, smart, had this way of making eye contact that made me feel like I was the only person in the room. We exchanged numbers, started texting, went on our first date a week later to this Italian place she suggested. The date went amazing. She laughed at my jokes, we had the same taste in music, she even liked the same obscure sci-fi shows I was into. It felt like finding someone who just got me, you know? We became official after about a month. She asked me to be her boyfriend over brunch one Sunday, and I remember feeling like the luckiest guy alive. Madison was beautiful. Objectively, the kind of girl who turned heads when she walked into a room. And she chose me, average-looking me with my messy hair and awkward sense of humor. I couldn't believe it. The relationship moved fast. Within 3 months, we were saying, "I love you." Within 6 months, she had a drawer at my place and I had one at hers. We talked about moving in together, about future plans, about trips we wanted to take. She met my parents and they loved her. I met her mom. Her dad wasn't in the picture and we got along great. Everything seemed perfect, but looking back now, there were things that should have bothered me. Little things that I explained away because I was so caught up in the relationship, like how she never really introduced me to her friend group. She'd mention them constantly. Riley, Jess, Ashley, Kendall, always talking about their group chats and hangouts. But in 9 months, I'd only met them twice, and both times it was briefly and kind of awkward. The first time was about 2 months in. We ran into them at a mall. Madison seemed almost uncomfortable, introduced me quickly, and then found an excuse to leave within minutes. I thought maybe she was just private about her relationship, wanted to keep friend time and relationship time separate. That seemed reasonable. The second time was about 5 months in. Madison finally invited me to a group dinner with them. I was excited. I wanted to meet the people who were so important to her. But the whole night was weird. Her friends were polite but cold. They kept making inside jokes I didn't understand, giving each other these looks I couldn't interpret. Madison seemed tense the entire time, not her usual bubbly self. When we left, I asked if everything was okay. She said her friends were just being protective, that they'd warm up to me eventually. They never did. And now I know why. 3 days ago was Riley's birthday party. Madison had been talking about it for weeks, stressing about what to wear, what gift to get. She asked if I wanted to come, which surprised me since I'd barely interacted with her friends. I said yes because I wanted to be supportive, wanted to be part of that aspect of her life. The party was at Riley's apartment, pretty packed with people I didn't know. Madison introduced me to a few people here and there, but mostly she drifted off with her core friend group, and I ended up hanging back, nursing a beer and feeling awkward. I'm not great at parties where I don't know anyone. After about an hour, I needed to use the bathroom. Madison pointed me toward the back of the apartment. I walked down the hallway, but the bathroom door was locked. I waited for a minute, then noticed another door slightly ajar, what looked like a bedroom. I could hear voices inside, female voices laughing. I was about to walk away when I heard my name. "I still can't believe you've kept it going this long," someone said. I recognized the voice, Jess. 9 months. Another voice, Ashley, said with a laugh. "That's commitment to the bit." "The bet was just to date him for a month," Riley said. "You've gone above and beyond." My blood ran cold. I stood frozen in the hallway, my hand on the wall to steady myself. I know. Madison's voice. Definitely Madison. It was supposed to be funny for like a few weeks, but then, I don't know, it just kept going. "Girl, you literally said I love you to him," Kendall said. "That's dedication to winning $200. $200. I was worth $200 split between friends as a joke. Do you actually have feelings for him, though? Jess asked. Like, for real? There was a pause. My heart was pounding so hard I thought they might hear it through the door. I mean, he's sweet, Madison said slowly. He's nice. But come on, you guys saw him when he walked in. He's so not my type. Remember what you dared me? Date the most un-Madison guy at the party. And there he was in that sad vampire costume. They all laughed. I felt sick. He does worship the ground you walk on, though, Ashley said. That must be nice. Having someone so obsessed with you. It's suffocating sometimes, Madison admitted. He's always wanting to hang out, always texting me. I need space to breathe. But I can't exactly break up with him now. My mom loves him. His parents love me. It's too complicated. So what are you gonna do? Riley asked. I don't know, Madison sighed. I'll figure it out. Maybe after we hit a year, I'll just, I don't know, ghost him or something. Make it seem like it fizzled out naturally. That's cold, Jess said, but she was laughing. Whatever, Madison said. Let's get back to the party before he comes looking for me. I heard movement and I panicked. I quickly walked back down the hallway, my mind spinning, my chest tight. I found the main bathroom, it was open now, and locked myself inside. I stared at my reflection in the mirror. The guy looking back at me looked like an idiot. A complete fool. I don't know how long I stood there. 5 minutes? 10? Eventually someone knocked on the door and I had to come out. I made my way back to the main party area. Madison found me and smiled, touched my arm. There you are! I was looking for you. I looked at her smile, that smile I'd loved for 9 months, and saw it for what it was. Fake. Performance. A mask she wore when she was with me. I need to go, I said. Her smile faltered. What, already? We just got here. I'm not feeling well, I lied. Or maybe it wasn't a lie. I felt like I was going to throw up. Oh, she looked disappointed. Do you want me to come with you? No, I said too quickly. Stay, it's Riley's birthday. I'll just catch an Uber. She looked relieved. Okay, if you're sure. Feel better, babe. Text me when you get home? Babe? She called me babe. Like she meant it. Like the past 9 months meant anything. I left without saying goodbye to anyone else. I walked out of that apartment building into the cold night air, and I just stood on the sidewalk for a while trying to process what I'd heard. The Uber ride home was a blur. When I got to my apartment, I sat on the couch in the dark, and I replayed the whole relationship in my head. Every moment, every kiss, every I love you. Was any of it real? Did she ever actually care about me? Or was I just a long-running joke, entertainment for her and her friends? The more I thought about it, the more things made sense. The way she never wanted to post about us on social media, I thought she was just private, but now I realized she was hiding me. The way her friends acted weird around me, they were probably trying not to laugh. The way she'd sometimes space out when we were together, like her mind was somewhere else. She was probably bored, counting down the time until she could go hang out with her real friends and laugh about her charity case boyfriend. I didn't text her that night like she asked. I didn't text her the next day either. She texted me a few times. Hope you're feeling better. Miss you? Want to get dinner tonight? I ignored them all. I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to confront her immediately, to call her out. But another part of me just felt so humiliated that I couldn't bear to face her. On the second day, she called. I didn't answer. She called again. I let it go to voicemail. She left a message. Alex, you're scaring me. Are you okay? Did something happen? Please call me back. I'm worried about you. The concern in her voice sounded real, but I couldn't trust my own judgment anymore. How could I tell what was real and what was performance? That evening, she showed up at my apartment, knocked on the door. Alex? I know you're in there. Your car is outside. Please talk to me. What's going on? I sat on the other side of the door, listening to her knock, listening to her plead. Part of me wanted to open it, to pretend I hadn't heard anything, to go back to the comfortable lie. But I couldn't. Eventually, she left. She sent more texts. I don't know what I did wrong, but I'm sorry. Please talk to me. The third day, yesterday, she showed up at my apartment again. This time I opened the door. She looked stressed, her hair was messy, no makeup. She'd been crying. What the hell, Alex? She said, pushing past me into the apartment. You've been ignoring me for 3 days. What is going on? I closed the door and turned to face her. I heard you, she blinked. What, at Riley's party? I heard you talking to your friends. About the bet. About how you only dated me because they dared you to. About how I'm not your type and suffocating, and how you're planning to ghost me after we hit a year. The color drained from her face. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. "Say something," I demanded. "Alex, She started, then stopped. "You weren't supposed to hear that." "That's what you're going with?" I said, my voice rising. "I wasn't supposed to hear it?" "Not it wasn't true or you misunderstood. I wasn't supposed to hear it?" "I didn't mean, it sounded worse than it was," she stammered. "Did you start dating me because of a bet?" She hesitated. That hesitation told me everything I needed to know. "Yes," she finally admitted. "But get out," I said. "Alex, please, let me explain. There's nothing to explain," I shouted. "You dated me as a joke. For money. You spent 9 months lying to me, pretending to care about me, saying you loved me, all while laughing about me behind my back with your friends." "It wasn't like that," she said, tears streaming down her face now. "It started as a stupid bet, yes, but then I actually got to know you and You what? You fell for me for real?" I laughed bitterly. "I heard what you said about me, Madison. He's so not my type. He's suffocating. You were planning to ghost me. Those aren't the words of someone who fell in love." "I was just venting," she said desperately. "Everyone vents to their friends. It doesn't mean I don't care about you." "Everyone vents to their friends," I repeated. "But most people's relationships don't start as a bet. Most people don't have to pretend to love someone for 9 months. Most people don't describe their boyfriend as a charity case they're stuck with. I never said charity case. It's what you meant." I was shaking now, adrenaline and anger coursing through me. "You know what the worst part is? It's not even that you did it. It's that you're good at it. You're such a good actress that I never suspected a thing. I thought you loved me. I thought we had something real. I was planning a future with you, Madison. I was thinking about proposing next year." Her eyes widened. "Alex, I was saving up for a ring," I continued. "I had it all planned out. Where I'd propose, what I'd say. And you were planning to ghost me." She was fully crying now. "I'm so sorry. I never wanted to hurt you. It started as a stupid joke and I didn't know how to get out of it without hurting you more." "So your solution was to keep lying? To keep pretending? To let me fall deeper in love with a version of you that doesn't exist? I do care about you," she insisted. "Maybe it didn't start real, but somewhere along the way it became real for me." "When?" I challenged. "When did it become real? Month 2? Month 5? Yesterday? Or is this just another lie you're telling because you got caught?" She didn't have an answer. "How much money did you get?" I asked. "What?" "The bet." "How much money did you win?" "Alex, that's not important." "How much?" $200, she whispered. "Split between the 5 of us." $40, I said. "You sold 9 months of my life, my trust, my love for $40. It wasn't about the money. Then what was it about?" I demanded. "Entertainment? Was I your personal reality show? Did you all sit around and laugh about the stupid guy who actually believed you cared about him? No. We didn't. I mean, at first maybe there were jokes, but..." "Get out," I said again. "Alex, please, get out!" I shouted. "I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want your apologies. I want you out of my apartment and out of my life." She stood there for a moment, crying, looking like she wanted to say something else. Then she turned and left. I heard her footsteps in the hallway, heard the door close. Then silence. I sank down onto the couch and I cried. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I cried like I haven't cried in years, because the person I loved didn't exist. Every memory I had of us was tainted now. Every sweet moment, every intimate conversation, every time she looked at me like I mattered, all of it was a performance. The past 3 days have been hell. I've been going through everything in my head. Every interaction with her, every moment with her friends. I remember now all the times her friends would smirk when they saw me. All the times Madison would tense up when I tried to show affection in front of them. All the times she'd be on her phone giggling at messages that she'd quickly hide when I asked what was funny. I told my friends what happened. My best friend Derek came over immediately with beer and pizza. He sat with me while I told him everything. His reaction was immediate rage. "I'm going to kill her," he said. "I'm actually going to kill her." "Get in line," I muttered. "How could someone do that?" He asked, "How could someone be that cruel?" "I don't know," I said. I keep asking myself the same question. My other friends have been texting me support, offering to come over, offering to key her car. I told them no. telling me I deserve better. Everyone's been great, but their support can't erase the humiliation. It can't erase the fact that I was a joke. I've been replaying the conversation I overheard obsessively. The way they laughed. The casual cruelty of it. Date the most un-Madison guy at the party. That's what I was to them. The opposite of what she'd normally go for. The challenge. The dare. And what does that say about me? That I'm so undesirable that dating me was worthy of a bet? That I'm so far below her league that her doing so was entertainment? My self-esteem is in the toilet. I keep looking at myself in the mirror and seeing the guy in the sad vampire costume. The guy who wasn't Madison's type. The guy who was suffocating. The guy who was so easy to fool. I also keep thinking about her friends. Riley, Jess, Ashley, Kendall. They all knew. For 9 months, they all knew that Madison was dating me as a joke, and none of them said anything. None of them pulled me aside and said, "Hey, you should know." They just watched it happen. They probably enjoyed it. What kind of people do that? What kind of friend group encourages someone to toy with another person's feelings for entertainment? And what does it say about Madison that these are the people she surrounds herself with? I've been thinking about all the times I met her mom. Her mom seemed to genuinely like me. Does she know? Was she in on the joke too? Or is she another victim of Madison's acting skills? And my parents. God, my parents loved her. My mom kept hinting about grandkids. My dad said Madison was the best thing that ever happened to me. How do I tell them it was all fake? How do I explain that their son was a punchline? I called my mom yesterday, just told her Madison and I broke up, didn't give details. She was so sympathetic, told me everything would be okay, that if it's meant to be, we'd find our way back to each other. I didn't have the heart to tell her the truth. That we won't find our way back to each other because we were never together to begin with. I've been trying to figure out what was real and what was performance. Did she actually like the same music as me, or was she just pretending? Did she actually want to watch those sci-fi shows, or was she forcing herself for the sake of the bet? When she laughed at my jokes, was it genuine or rehearsed? The I love yous hurt the most. I remember the first time she said it. We were at my apartment, watching a movie, and she just turned to me and said it. "I love you, Alex." My heart had felt so full in that moment. I'd said it back immediately, and now I know it was a lie. She said those words, 3 words that are supposed to mean everything, and she didn't mean them. How many times did she say she loved me over 9 months? Hundreds. And they were all lies. I've also been torturing myself with questions about physical intimacy. Every time we were together, was she just going through the motions? Was she pretending to feel something she didn't? The thought makes me feel sick and violated. Madison has been trying to contact me. Multiple texts, calls, even an email. Long messages about how sorry she is, how it started as a mistake but became real, how she really does love me. But I can't trust anything she says. She's proven she's an excellent liar. Why would I believe her now? Her friends have been reaching out too. Jess sent me a message apologizing, saying she knew it was wrong but didn't know how to stop it. Riley sent something similar. I blocked them all. I don't want their apologies. Apologies don't undo 9 months of deception. I've been thinking about what to do next. Part of me wants to expose them, to tell everyone what they did, post about it on social media, let everyone know what kind of people they are. But another part of me just wants to move on and forget this ever happened. Derek thinks I should warn other guys. What if they do this to someone else? He said. What if this is a pattern? He might be right. Maybe I'm not the first. Maybe there's some other guy out there who dated Riley or Jess as a bet and never knew. Maybe this is just what they do for fun. The thought makes me angry all over again. These aren't teenagers doing stupid teenage things. Madison is 23. Her friends are all in their 20s. They're adults who should know better. They're old enough to understand that people have feelings, that actions have consequences, that you can't just toy with someone's heart for entertainment. I keep coming back to the question, why? Why would someone do this? Was Madison that bored? That cruel? That desperate for her friends' approval? What was she getting out of it besides $40 and some laughs? And why me specifically? What about me made me the perfect target for their joke? Was it because I seemed desperate? Lonely? Easy to fool? The fact that I don't have an answer makes it worse. I've also been wondering how I'll ever trust anyone again. How do I date after this? How do I believe someone when they say they like me, that they want to be with me? How do I not constantly question whether I'm being played? My therapist, yes, I called a therapist because apparently this has messed me up enough that I need professional help, says I need to work on not internalizing this, that what Madison did is about her character, not my worth, that I was a victim of manipulation and emotional abuse, That I shouldn't let one terrible person destroy my ability to trust. Easier said than done. I'm also dealing with practical stuff. Madison had clothes at my place. A toothbrush, shampoo, various belongings. I boxed it all up and left it outside my door with a text telling her to pick it up. She came by when I was at work and took it. Didn't leave a note or anything. Part of me had hoped for some grand gesture, some proof that she actually cared. But there was nothing. I have stuff at her place too. My hoodie, a few books, a phone charger. I told her to keep them or throw them away. I don't want anything that reminds me of her. Deleting photos has been hard. My phone was full of pictures of us. Selfies, date night photos, candid shots. I've been going through and deleting them one by one. Each deletion feels like erasing a piece of my life, but they need to go. They're evidence of a relationship that never existed. Social media has been tricky too. We weren't super public about our relationship, now I know why, but there were some posts. I've untagged myself from everything, unfriended her and her whole friend group. I noticed she hasn't posted anything about the breakup. No sad quotes, no vague posting. She's just continuing on like nothing happened. Like I never mattered. Work has been a challenge. I've been distracted, making mistakes, showing up late. My boss pulled me aside to ask if everything was okay. I gave some excuse about personal issues. I can't exactly tell my boss that I'm devastated because my girlfriend of 9 months only dated me because of a bet. The hardest part is the nights. During the day, I can distract myself with work, with friends, with keeping busy. But at night, alone in my apartment, there's nothing to distract me from the hurt. I lie in bed and think about every moment we spent together. I think about how she'd curl up next to me and tell me she was happy. I think about how she'd text me good morning every day. I think about how she'd hold my hand when we walked together. All lies, all performance, all fake. I wonder if she ever felt guilty. If there were moments when she was lying next to me, pretending to love me, and felt bad about what she was doing. Or if she's just that good at compartmentalizing, at separating the performance from her real feelings. I wonder if she talked about me with her friends when I wasn't around. If they all sat around analyzing my behavior, laughing at how oblivious I was. If they had a group chat where they shared updates about the bet, made jokes at my expense. The thought of being a running joke in someone's group chat makes me want to never leave my apartment again. I've also been angry at myself. How did I not see it? Were there signs I missed? Should I have questioned why she never posted about us? Why her friends were so cold? Why she seemed uncomfortable introducing me to people from her life? But my therapist says that's not fair to myself. That I trusted her because that's what you're supposed to do in a relationship. That the failure here is hers, not mine. That I shouldn't blame myself for being a trusting person. I'm trying to believe that. Some days I can. Some days I can't. What I keep coming back to is this. Even if some of it became real for her, even if she did develop actual feelings somewhere along the way, it doesn't matter. Because the foundation was rotten. The relationship was built on a lie. And you can't build something genuine on top of deception. If she had come to me 2 months in, 3 months in, whenever she supposedly caught real feelings and confessed the truth, told me about the bet but said she wanted to start over for real, maybe we could have worked through it. It would have been hard, but at least it would have been honest. But she didn't do that. She kept lying for 9 months. She let me fall in love with her while knowing the entire relationship was a joke. She accepted meeting my parents, meeting my friends, becoming part of my life, all while planning an exit strategy. That's not love. That's not even close to love. I don't know how long it'll take me to get over this. Therapist says there's no timeline for healing from emotional abuse. That I need to be patient with myself, let myself feel the anger and sadness and betrayal. I'm trying. But it's hard when every memory I have of the past 9 months is poisoned now. When I can't think about any happy moment without remembering it was all a lie. Derek asked me yesterday if I'd ever consider giving her another chance if she kept trying to make amends. The answer is no. Absolutely not. I don't care how sorry she is, how much she claims it became real, how much she wants to make it right. She showed me who she is. And I believe her. Some people might think I'm being too harsh, that everyone makes mistakes. But this wasn't a mistake. A mistake is forgetting an anniversary or saying something hurtful in an argument. This was calculated deception maintained over 9 months. This was actively choosing to lie every single day. This was looking me in the eyes and saying, "I love you," while knowing it was all a game. That's not a mistake. That's a choice. And I can't forgive that. I don't know what Madison's doing now. If she's moved on already. If she's actually upset. If she regrets what she did. Honestly, I don't care. She's not my problem anymore. She's not my girlfriend, not my friend, not anything to me. She's just the person who taught me a valuable lesson. Trust, but verify. Don't ignore red flags. And if something seems too good to be true, like a beautiful, charming girl being genuinely interested in average, awkward you, it probably is. I hate that I learned that lesson. I hate that she turned me into someone cynical and suspicious. I hate that she took my ability to trust and shattered it. But I'm working on not letting her win. I'm working on healing, on rebuilding my self-esteem, on remembering that I deserve someone who chooses me genuinely, not because of a bet. It's 3 a.m. now. I should try to sleep. Tomorrow is another day of going through the motions, pretending I'm okay, slowly working toward actually being okay. They say time heals all wounds. I hope they're right. Because right now this wound feels pretty damn permanent. But I'm still here. I'm still standing. And I'm going to get through this. Not because of her or despite her, but for me. Because I deserve better than being someone's joke. I deserve better than $40 worth of fake love. I deserve better than Madison and her cruel friends and their stupid bet. And someday I'll find someone who sees that. Someone who chooses me for real from the start, with no ulterior motives. Someone who would never look at loving me as a dare or a challenge or a joke. That person is out there. And when I find them, this will all just be a terrible memory of a bullet I dodged. At least that's what I'm trying to believe. It's all I can do right now. Believe that this gets better. That I get better. That there's something good waiting on the other side of this pain. I have to believe that. Because the alternative, that Madison broke something in me that can't be fixed, is too terrible to accept. So I'll keep going. One day at a time. 1 hour at a time if I have to. And maybe someday I'll be okay again. Maybe.